So hi, welcome to Good Noise Podcast. We're here with Nico. We're going to ask her some questions today. I'm going to start. What inspired you to start making music?
Um, so I mean, music has always been a huge part of my family. Like both of my parents are in the industry. My dad, he's a session musician, so slash touring musician, so he does keyboard and piano for a lot of different stuff. He plays on records and he's recently kind of gone into like doing stuff on movies and stuff.
Oh,
And my mom, she kind of works in the behind the scenes, like she does stuff with like finances, kind of like it's almost like managing. It's hard to explain, but yeah, I've grown up with music and like both my parents have been in bands when they were younger, so it's always been a thing that I've kind of done, but I never really started pursuing it till a little bit later.
sick. Right. What would you say your writing process is like?
Okay, that's a good question. I don't really have a set process, but I definitely don't write lyrics just by themselves. I have to have like an instrument with me. I sit down and like I'm not the type of person who can really like sit and be like I'm gonna do this right now. I have to like it has to kind of come into my head, and if I have an idea for something and if I'm on a roll, I can be like, okay, I can do this for a while, but I can't tell myself like at 3 o'clock you're gonna write, because
Yeah.
like that I have to kind of noodle around.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, I guess that's...
Okay, so how do you feel about the reception to your single Melancholy Deja Vu?
It's been so like overwhelming. It's almost been a year since it came out actually. I didn't expect it to get that much. Like I got messages from people who are like in bands and stuff, and that was so cool. I didn't think people would like take the time to listen to it. And I mean, it has like 150,000 streams at this point, which I did not expect to happen at all. I'm not expecting that for like when I release something else, because I don't know, but it's really gratifying. I was really happy with it, even though it was like the first thing. I was just really happy the first thing that I did could get the kind of positive.
Yeah, it's a great song. I just want to put that out there. I genuinely, I'm like in love with the song. So,
Glory
yeah.
thought it was weird, but I'm going to do it anyway. She has streamed the song 200 times. Just throwing that one out there. So
Yeah.
I'm honored. Wow, you're all the same.
I'm a big fan. I love your voice. It's
Oh, thank you.
yeah, it's
so
perfect.
much.
So yeah, that was it.
That's so sweet. I'm happy with how it came out.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
so where was your headspace while you were writing that song?
I wrote that a long time ago. Surprisingly, it was actually the original version of it. You can check it out on my YouTube channel if you want to. It's like the original version. It's not as good, obviously, but I wrote it about somebody who I had a really tough time with in middle school, like right at the end of middle school, and all my friends did, and it was just a very like manipulative kind of situation that was happening, and I mean, it was overall bad, and I kind of wrote it. I don't usually write like sassy songs about other people. I feel like that was so much like I feel like I wouldn't write a song like that at this point, but that doesn't mean that I don't like how it turned out. Like I just feel like I couldn't, but this person, actually some issues are currently coming up with this person again. So
Ooh.
but
New song.
I don't
More
write
sassy
another one.
music.
Oh my god.
I need to write another one soon. But yeah, I was just really kind of, I guess I was feeling a little bit frisky when I wrote it. I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, glad I did it anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So you tweeted about releasing new music. Is there anything like you could tell us about that?
Yes. Yeah, okay, I'm like working on it right now and I'm recording it. I just want to make sure when I release it it's kind of the right time, because I was working on it before all this stuff came up, and I want this stuff to continue. It's like I don't want to be promoting myself over it, because I think that's like that would be so hypocritical of me. But it's in the works right now. It's like actually put down and recorded, and I guess I'll just say, because I don't really care. There's nobody stopping me. It's gonna be a studio recording of the last video I put on YouTube. It's the last original song, but a studio recording. So
Okay.
and I really like it. It's like my favorite thing that I've written so far. So I'm very pumped.
Ooh,
Dude,
that's
that's awesome. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Definitely.
So, so obviously we've all been kind of stuck at home. So, and we all have time to listen to music. So, what bands or artists have you been listening to a lot lately?
It's been like two people, I swear. So, it's so sad how it's just the same thing. It's been Elliott Smith, who literally, he in like the last like 4 or 5 months has become like my favorite person in the whole world. He was a legend, and like my mom, she was kind of in this like the scene around LA a while ago, and he lived in LA, which is where he died a while ago. But yeah, long story. But she got to see him and stuff, so she had his old CDs, like the original ones. Mm-hmm. So I got to kind of get into him and like listen to those, and that felt so cool. And I've never read so much about a person before. Mm-hmm. Like I have a freaking book right here. Look at this thick book that I have.
Oh my god.
And it has a ton of interviews and stuff. I've read this entire thing. I'm just so infatuated with him. I think he's a genius, and he's like perfect for me. I don't see how I didn't discover him before. But also Death Cab for Cutie. I don't know why. I love the way Ben Gibbard sings, and I love his lyrics. And it just reminds me of being able to go outside, because he writes so much about like scenery and like nature. I'm just like, wow, I miss hang out with people. It's really sad.
I really like that answer, man.
So you touched on it a little bit, but are you working on anything else while you're stuck at home? Any new projects?
I'm writing a lot. I'm just writing down, like, I play guitar every day. I try to get some stuff in. I really want to do some more covers for YouTube, but I'm really lazy, so but school, genuinely, I had my last day of school yesterday, technically. Nice. So now hopefully I'll be able to get a ton more stuff out, but I am writing, and I want to release like a full thing so bad, you have no idea, like a full EP, but it's really hard because I don't want to do it myself, but also like sometimes I get my like dad to help me a little bit, like put it together so that it's like quality, but I can't ask him to like help me do a whole EP. Like I feel like he has a job, so it's like it's hard, but I have enough songs for like a short album or a long EP for sure.
Oh wow,
that's fully written. I wish I could get them out.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's exciting though. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
So what bands would you say are your biggest inspirations when making music, or artists? We always say bands, but like bands or artists.
I think for me, since I kind of started writing my own music, Cavetown has been like a huge inspiration to me, because I listen to a lot of heavier music, but that's not exactly the music that I want to be making. So I really connected with him because, you know, it's like the same thing with like Elliott Smith. It's like the guitars and the harmonies, like especially harmonies. I love that. I love the layers in some of his music, and he's been my biggest inspiration from like since I was like 12. So
cool.
Yeah. And let me think. Also like Dodie, just anybody who I kind of discovered on YouTube like a long time ago. I don't know. I love the soft music too. It's kind of what I want to make.
Yeah. Taste.
Yeah.
Dodie's
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's fun live.
So can you tell us a little bit about the opportunity that you got? Like, can you tell us how you got the opportunity to open for Soup or whatever?
That's a good story. So I saw, I don't know how, but they found me for like the second time in San Diego in like 2017. And that was the first time I saw Soup or whatever, because they were opening for them. And since then, like, we've been in touch, and I've gone to a ton of their shows, and I cover their songs when they were like way smaller. And honestly, I've been through like so many different sets of band members. It's like incredible. There's been so much evolution with them. I would love to see. Like, I've been in contact with Sky for a long time. And we always kind of talked about maybe like playing together or something when I was kind of getting music out. And like, I remember when they were on tour with Set It Off, he like let me come up and sing a little bit of Good Luck, even though I forgot the words. That was not a good time when I forgot the words. Yeah, for real, like
memorable.
Jack, All Time Low was there, and Spencer from Panic at the Disco. They were like there, and they probably saw that, so that was disappointing. But yeah, besides the point. So when they were doing that one show, because that wasn't really part of a tour. They were doing kind of one LA show. I was like joking around. I was like, oh, like maybe you should put me on the lineup. And people were like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. And then I remember I was like on a field trip, and then he DM'd me, and I was like, oh my God, I don't really have. I said I had a set prepared, but I didn't really have it like prepared. Mm-hmm. So I practiced every day for hours until that happened. And that was like my first official show, which is kind of crazy because it was really cool to be on a lineup with like those local artists.
Yeah.
Like Fashion Jackson were on there. And I remember the dude from Fashion Jackson like came up to me and he was like, "You're Nico, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I recognize you, but I don't know from where." And I was like, "Okay." And then later he comes up to me and he's like, "I know where I know you from." And I was like, "Where?" And he said, "I saw you at the Cave Town concert in San Diego. I recognize your hair." And I was like, "Oh, that's random." So there's a lot of connections. So
yeah,
it was a really cool experience, even though it was terrifying.
That's awesome, though, that you got to
that's really cool.
open for Sky.
I'm so thankful. Honestly, he's supported me so much.
Yeah.
Sky has.
Yeah, Sky's a great
guy. We love Sky here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you see the project in the next 5 years?
I don't know. I hope I just have a ton of stuff out, and I just want to be playing shows so bad, like unbelievably bad. When all this is over, I'm gonna like put in so much effort to do that, because obviously the show that I got, that was just like somebody being nice, letting me on, and like on the build last minute. I just want to be able to like play locally and maybe meet some more bands here, because I'm like not in like the heart of LA. I'm not in like Hollywood or anything, so I don't know many people kind of in my area. I just want to connect with people and like try to play as much as I can just to get experience.
I get that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this question's a little weird,
Awesome.
but I have to know the answer. What was it like having a picture of your face eaten by Austenite? Whoa. Yeah.
It was a weird time in my life. Sometimes I call it my prime. I was just having so much fun, even if people were, being mean or whatever. I was just like, that's just part of life. That's just part of being a celebrity. Like,
exactly. My fans.
I was so famous. Everyone knew who I was, and actually, so I don't know if you know this, but I heard from actually Sky that he was gonna eat the picture on day 69. That's the first time I ever heard of that. I prepared everything, and I got the balloons. I got 69 balloons, and I got everything because I thought it was hilarious. And then he does it, and I'm just cleaning my room, and I'm listening to like a Movements record on my vinyl player. I remember this so vividly. And then my phone starts blowing up, and people are calling me. And I'm like, why are people calling you? Like, people don't call me. And he had eaten the picture the day before it was supposed to happen. And I didn't know how to react. I just sat on my bed in silence. And then after that, it was history.
Oh my God.
It was just
that was magical.
Yeah.
I genuinely, the next time I saw them after that, I apologized because I was like, that was weird. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
I mean, he made it just as weird. You put his face in your mouth, and he put your face in his mouth.
True, it was a mutual deal. I mean, I'm glad it happened the way it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was iconic.
Yep.
Honestly, it was iconic. It was good.
I hope if like I ever become more successful, it's still brought up. I just want it to stay, implemented in my image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
definitely.
like someone does it to you.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be so cool. That would be full circle.
Right, I'm gonna start
definitely.
doing it.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna print
I'll
out.
make you do it for 3 years.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds good.
Fuck.
I'm gonna eat a lot of paper. Already.
Yeah.
Yum.
Speaking of eating, though.
That's a good segue.
That was
damn.
really good.
Eating, and food. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be and why? Because I know what mine would be. Also, please choose a drink.
Yes, a drink.
This is like so LA of me and so annoying, but I have to say In-N-Out because I love In-N-Out so much. I don't know why. I just love it, and I don't care what people say. It's delicious. And it was Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is my favorite drink in the whole world. I don't care if it's poison. I don't care if it tastes like medicine. It's delicious.
Okay.
Solid.
That's valid.
Delicious medicine.
That was like aggressive, but
That was very aggressive. You
It
were
was very aggressive.
very into
How I
it.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think your meal is as cool as my 50 pages of your face, but okay.
That's a good last meal. Do they
I know, right? Maybe
hear
even
about
more.
like that guy who his last meal he was like a serial killer or something? His last meal was like one olive.
An olive.
Singular olive.
He's
Bruh.
trying to lose some weight.
Yeah.
Trying to cut the pounds before I go out.
He used like a fork and knife
He
to
wants
eat
to
it.
look good.
I mean, I gotta say, like legend,
Yeah.
Honestly.
legendary behavior.
Hell yeah. So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Oh, that's also a good question.
The next one's the best question. Just heads up.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, hype yourself up.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm getting hyped. Okay, fictional world. Ooh. Okay, I don't know why the first. This is not even like my truthful answer. It's just the first thing that came into my head. Like the Lorax
Okay.
world, like, the movie, but not the old one, the new one, because
Okay,
like
good.
a couple of trees and the Lorax and the emo one and
Mhm.
the one that looks like Brian Ross.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It just looks fun.
When
Yes,
you
it's very
mentioned the
colorful.
Lorax, the only thing that came to mind when you mentioned the Lorax is how everyone like thirsts over the one slur.
Yeah.
That's all I've been thinking about.
I like how people thirst over like the fox from Zootopia. I can agree with that one.
And the bunny. And the bunny.
And the
too.
bunny, yeah.
Oh,
Judy Hopps.
kind of hot.
Okay. So as we said,
I
the last
hear.
question, the next and last question is the most important one.
Ooh, I'm
What
excited.
is your favorite color?
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's kind of obvious. Like my room is it's like this. Pink is
Mhm.
like my all-time favorite color. Pink and black is my favorite combination in the whole world. But I don't know. Like I like my hair best pink. I've had like every color in the rainbow, but pink is the one I always come back to. It's like my little child. And yeah, that's for sure. That was a really exciting.
Literally.
Hey, Rayanne, that was awesome.
I literally
Black goes with every color.
Oh my god. Bruh.
Is everyone hearing what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just started drowning randomly in the middle of the interview.
Yeah.
So as Gloria said, that is all the questions we have. Is there anything you would like to plug?
Oh. Okay, I'll plug my YouTube, Nico the Frog Dad, in case you want to see any of the stuff that I was talking about, because I mentioned it a few times. My Twitter is Elliot Smith with 2 I's and Smith, and my Instagram is Starry Soup. So they're all different. It's really not consistent. I apologize.
Bro, it's okay.
Yeah,
I get it.
but-
Sorry.
So thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Nico and We're the Good Noise Podcast.